Hello watch nutters and anybody who's watched any others of my videos. Here's another one of my thrilling videos. This time it's about my 4 dive watches. What I'll do, go through them individually, and we're going to start with that one. Right, this is the Omega Seamaster 300 quartz. Let's have a look, see if you can get it. If you have a look close, there's a wave dial finish on that. This is the 2264, more commonly known as that, or the Ray Donovan watch. Have you ever seen the TV programme Ray Donovan? Lee Schreiber wears this, the title character wears one of these, which happens to be his own private watch. He does collect watches in the show, but actually wears his own personal watch. This actually isn't a 2264, it was a 2064, which was the Bond strap variant instead of the Speedmaster strap. I was lucky enough, didn't really want the Bond strap, and the guy who was selling it actually sold it me, just the watch head only. Right, this lovely black dialed alternative to the famous Pierce Brosnan Bond watch, as of GoldenEye and other films. Slightly different to the Bond watch. A couple of main reasons. The dial, this has got rectangular 5-minute markers, lovely big triangle, and the other difference is the hands. These are sword hands instead of the skeleton hands of the instead of the Pierce and Brosnan watch. Apart from that, the case is very much the same. Lovely and slim. The quartz is slightly slimmer, but even the automatic one, nice and slim. Lovely to wear. Currently got it on a generic leather band. Not really liking the band and the strap as much as I thought I was. I think this will eventually land on the Omega NATO, the Bond NATO that's in the film Spectre. Seen one on that strap, beautiful. And at some point in the future, if I can drop on the Speedmaster style Seamaster strap, that's what it'll go on. You can tell it's the quartz. It just says Seamaster Professional, 300 meters, 1,000 feet instead of automatic or chronometer. Can't remember which one. Out of the two, I really prefer this one to the Bond watch. Just so good. Really looks quite classic. Maybe harking back to the vintage Seamaster 300 from the mid to late 60s. You know, big triangle design. Couple of things I don't like about this watch. One of which is the helium escape wart, which really, I think it unbalances the watch, and the scalloped bezel. You know, without any proper grippers, I do find it a little bit slippy to grasp. When you're turning the bezel like that, it's not quite as precise as other watches, or even any other watch I've got. Fastly gaining quite a lot of notoriety, these, and the prices are shooting up. This is, if you're going to buy a investment Omega, if you want to call it that, these are great. These will only go one way, which is up. They appeal to old collectors, new collectors. So classic in the styling. Suit a variety of straps, bands, bracelets, whatever. Yeah, really good. As I said, the dislike, I didn't like that, and the bezel, scalloped bezel, which I'm not a big fan of, but also this bezel insert. As you can see, mine's marked there and there. You have to replace the whole bezel just for that insert, so it does make it a little bit costly. But apart from that, what a classic. Really slim watch. Nice wave pattern on the back. Hippocampus sea monster. Always like that on an Omega. I think that really sets them off. Yeah, that's a lovely watch. Right, Right, next one up. Done this one before. Made a couple of videos on this. The Oris Diver 65. I'm only going to touch on this because, as I've said, if you want to learn more about it, just go on to my other videos. Right. What I will say about this watch very quickly: Dome Sapphire, really good. It's a heritage re-release from a mid-60s Oris design. They're stuck quite faithful. Moved the date from 3 to 6, made it slightly bigger, 36 to 40mm. Dome Sapphire, really like that. It's, in fact, that out of all the heritage re-releases, you know, your Amigas, your Tudors, your Longines, not one has actually managed to do it as good as that. Really, really good. Yeah, that's all. Put that into view for you. See if I can make it stand up so you can look at them in turn. Let's have a look. Next one up. Done a video on this one, so I'll just briefly touch on this one again. Amiga Seamaster 200, more commonly known as the pre-Bond, because it came before the pre-Bond version, before the Bond version, like that, so the blue version. This one, very early, 1441 calibre movement. So early it doesn't have the hippocampus on the back, just some plain writing. But it has got, although it's quartz, it's got the high efficiency quartz movement, accurate to 10 seconds a year. Fantastic. This is the only one of my 4 watches that actually got tritium on the dial. The rest of it luminova. Gold filled or gold plated, middle links, crown, bought a solid gold 18 karat bezel. Really nice. I'm not going to go too much on that one because obviously I've covered that in detail before. Finally, I suppose, would you call it the pride of my collection, or the centrepiece if you want to say that, Amiga Seamaster 300 Master Coaxial. This is a heritage re-release. As you can see, I like a type. Yeah, based on the original Seamaster 300 from 1957. I'm going to call this a homage rather than a faithful reproduction, because exhibition glass back, really thoroughly modern master coaxial movement, anti-magnetic to 15,000 Gauss, liquid metal steel bezel, ceramic bezel insert, ceramic dial, laser cutouts for the loom, which is vintage luminova. No crown guards. I like a watch with no crown guards. Sapphire front and back. This isn't the original bracelet. Took that off. Didn't like the steel. Put it on a isofrane, which really fell in love. Well on a par with the Oris's rubber strap. Really nice heavy watch. Really nice and heavy. A little bit thick. Domed crystal, but not half as domed. In fact, I'll do a comparison while here. Let's have a look. Pull that one across. Yeah, there's no comparison really. The Oris wins with that one. The Oris really shouldn't win because it's like 4 times less the price nearly. The dial's fantastic. I know people say, oh, vintage luminova, you know, it's like a fake tan, but really suits this watch. Really does. Lovely bezel movement. Really classy. To be honest with this watch, I wanted a Seamaster Mark II 300 from the 60s like I've had before. This came out, I really didn't want to like it. Went to the jewellers, saw it, and ended up costing me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I dealt hard on the watch, but it cost me more than I wanted to spend on a watch at the time. But, you know, you fall in love, you do rash and crazy things. I may do a review on this watch, you know, an in-depth one. Might put it back on the bracelet, show you the box, which is pretty unimpressive, red Omega, crappy box. But yeah, that's my 4 watches, 4 watches of the apocalypse. Right, that'll do you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.